Greetings. I'm Lieutenant Commander Ken Vargas, NAVFAC Southeast Disaster Preparedness Officer, and we are now in hurricane season. Hurricane season 2014 began the 1st of June, and it goes all the way towards the end of November. And I have to ask you, what have you done to prepare your household for this hurricane season? Our NAVFAC Southeast area of responsibility encompasses approximately 80% of the probable strike zone for landfall in the United States by a hurricane, tropical storm, or tropical depression. Disaster preparedness are those activities that we do prior to a disaster, whether man-made or natural, to get us in a place where we need to be when a disaster does strike, so we can respond, minimizing damages to personnel and to the activity. The NAVFAC Emergency Card is a card that has all your points of contact that you would need in an emergency. You should have your supervisor's name on there, your military point of contacts in there as well, and there's information for the Emergency Operations Center, because if there is a disaster, the Emergency Operations Center will be running, and also the NFAS information, the website, and how to navigate through the website to account for your personnel, because accountability is very important for us here at NAVFAC. In the case that the disaster strikes NAVFAC Southeast, first and foremost, safety. Safety is always first. We do have a mission to run, and there's the mission essential personnel. They have one list of things that has to be, that they have to follow. But the rest of the personnel, if you live in a county that requires you to evacuate, you'll be evacuating to wherever those folks are being taken to. If the emergency isn't that big, maybe you can hunker down in your residence. But pretty well, you want to be safe. You want to be able to take care of yourself and of your dependents, and then that would exclude obviously the mission essential personnel who will be taking care of the Navy business during the emergency. All personnel in NAVFAC are designated as mission essential personnel, or MEP, or non-MEP, the non-mission essential personnel. And essentially, the mission essential personnel are those the personnel that have been designated as very important to continue to run the business, because a hurricane comes or any other disaster comes. That doesn't mean that the Navy can shut down. Now, following the storm, it's very, very important that you contact the personnel that are on your emergency card. You want to contact your immediate supervisor. This is very important because they should have information whether the base is going to be closed down for a little longer, or maybe there's a delay in having to show up to work. And that's one thing. The other important thing is that your supervisor will have visibility if you're okay, or if you need help, or your dependents need help. So that's the main important thing to do following a disaster, is contact your supervisor to let them know that you and your dependents are okay, or if you need any help in any way. So disaster preparedness involves all activities that you want to do that's going to help you minimize the impact of a disaster. So it's very important to have a plan, and not only to have a plan, but to make sure that the employees under you or your dependents at home, that they know what that plan is. To be safe, where to be safe, you want to make sure you have alternate electrical sources, if that's something you can do, plenty of water, plenty of food, in case you have to hunker down. All these activities are going to minimize the impact of a disaster. For tips and more information on preparation and planning for a hurricane, please visit the websites shown below.